talking about Think and Grow Rich. How old were you? How long ago did you get started?
Come on, where do I start, man? Over 30 million copies sold worldwide.
Definitely.
Man. Let me tell you something that Napoleon Hill spoke about. It's a mentality. Back in the day, they had a war and it was a fight. He was talking about burning them ships. And I had a mentor tell me about this, but he stole it. He didn't tell me that it carried from all the way back then. So I started to read on it, and Napoleon said it was a mindset. He said, I would rather burn them ships because I know we can't run if I burn these ships. You got to fight. You have no choice but to fight. And when you talk about life and when you talk about perseverance and you talking about the mentality and the desire to be the best and the education that it takes to become, Napoleon Hill is the greatest to ever do it. Mind frame wise, about speaking things into your life and believing, thinking, and literally growing rich. I'm a motivational speaker, started on the side of a Turkey Hill gas station 4 years ago. You get what I'm saying? 4 years ago, I had a mindset. I said, why can't I be one of the greatest? No matter where I'm at, why can't I?
Amen. Amen to that. Amen.
And what I did was, King, I went to a studio. I recorded a speech called Young King. Today, that speech is over 1.2 million views. I'm closing in over 100+ million views on YouTube. And I did it from an iPhone and a voice memo. When I say Napoleon Hill didn't just speak to his era, he spoke to this era. And what he instilled in me is I get the opportunity every single day to touch the ordinary man and make him believe in extraordinary things. And I tell people, if we're born with nothing, we're born at the bottom, we're born to struggle, why not wake up every single day and empty the tank for your dreams? I'm addicted to it. It's what I love to do, because how I started motivation, it didn't come from money or trying to sell people special classes. I just wanted to save a young man or woman sitting on the brink of death and tell them, if I can do it, you can do it too. And not just by, just telling them this. I'm talking about giving the world my gift and making the world echo my name. And it wasn't echoing my name for me, because this is the beauty about the person I believe in. I believe in God. And I believe God has to make you rich on the inside before he makes you rich on the outside. And he does this so when a man comes to you and say, I want to buy your soul, you say, my God already blessed me with everything you want to give me. He gave it to me for free. He gave it to me for free. So every day I step out, I go in the room with a millionaire. I don't care who you is. You can be the biggest speaker in the world. I'll tell you this. Les Brown called me and passed me the torch on camera. He heard my first speech that I dropped called Rise King. Sold over 2,000 copies on iTunes. He told me, he said, William, let me tell you something. The kingdom is voice activated. And the creator chooses his messenger. You see, in this world right now, everybody wants to be a motivational speaker. But me, that's not what I want to call myself. I just want to be that fellow brother that reminds you of the greatness that lies in you. Every great leader, they fail because they told their brothers and sisters to stand behind them instead of on side of them. Marcus Garvey, a great man, he lost his organization because he took the voices away of his brothers and sisters. And I learned this one thing, and it's so powerful. Once you take a man's voice away from him, you take his life. Once you take a man's voice from him, you take a man's life. So you make sure you value every man's opinion, right or wrong. Because respect, what's the book? Jack Welch. It's a book, I can't remember the name of the book, but I remember in the book he talked about when he first walked into the building to take over an organization that was failing. The first person he talked to is the janitor. Because the janitor have no bias. He can tell you who the buttholes is. He can tell you, he has nothing to lose, baby. Nothing to lose. And that's when I learned this very thing. You can learn lessons from a drug addict. You can learn lessons from an alcoholic. You can learn lessons from a murderer. But you got to be able to receive those things. You see, there's somebody out there right now that started just like me, homeless on the side of a Turkey Hill gas station. I got 24.5, something like that, followers on Instagram. I started this from a free library in Dover, Delaware, homeless. I walked miles every single day to give speeches for free. I never had a mentor to teach me how to speak, how to do anything. I spoke for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I made history in Milan as the first speaker to ever speak during Milan Fashion Week for Philip Klein. When I say it was rules made to block the ordinary man from breaking into that realm of greatness. But sometimes God will send that ordinary kid with extraordinary gifts that can break through the industry without a dollar. I tell men all the time, you think I'm afraid of a man that's worth $566 million? I'm not afraid of no man that's worth $566 million. I'm worth billions with purpose. With purpose. If I take your money away from you right now, what do you stand on? Do you stand on something or do you fall? If you take everything away from me, put me in a box in Idaho, I guarantee you, 3-4 months, that voice memo on that iPhone gonna make me some speeches to get me out of that place. Because what the world has become too natural of, they believe that the copycat is special and the creator has been devalued. When you think about Eric Thomas, the Guru speech, I went back to Napoleon Hill. That's his. And when I listened to all these speakers, I said, I'm going to create a speech called Young King. And guess whose story that speech was? When you get a chance to listen to it, you're going to be proud. It's my first.
You're going to DM me. You're going to DM me. I'm going to need to take a look at that, see what's going on. We need to definitely do that. And then now it's getting serious. Now I might need to take a flight, come down over there, and do a video, do a real live video with you instead of doing Instagram. But this is faster.
Hey, listen, I went to school in Los Angeles. I went to Alexander.
Really? Which part of LA?
Alexander Hamilton High School. I was an All-American for El Camino Junior College and West LA Community College. I played for Tom.
No kidding.
I stayed in Marina Del Rey. My cousin was Sam Rogers, bro. Played for the San Diego Chargers. He adopted me. Now, I lived a house down from Damian Wayans, literally around the corner from Faith Evans and all those. It was so many celebrities. I was like the real Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man. I'm telling you, I moved from the slums to Marina Del Rey,
That's
California.
Nice. No, I got a friend of mine. Who's an attorney who stays in Marina Del Rey. He read the book and became an attorney. I got a couple of places, but I know where Hamilton High is. I know those. I'm in Woodland Hills. I'm in LA County. Same thing. It's all over the same place. So tell me this. I know you gotta go and I gotta go, but I want to finish this on the right note. Give me 2 things that you got out of the book that everybody needs to know. The 2 important things that were very, very important to you and your success so far.
The biggest thing that I comprehended the first time I opened that book was your thoughts can become the most beautiful pictures you ever seen in your life. But the only way those thoughts can come to life is if you breathe this, if you live this, if you believe this, if you know that you're one of the best. And every single one of us individuals on this earth, like I tell them, we all walking $1 million checks. God just waiting for us to sign it. We walking $1 million checks when we come out of the womb. You hear what I'm saying? We're born with odds against us coming out of our mothers. Our life is on the line. We're born with our life on the line. So I'm gonna tell you the one and my favorite and the one that changed my life. If you really believe this, it can come to life.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. That's 100%. I see so many people. I mean, you're about to get me all heated, and then I know I'm gonna be late for my conference now. I knew you were gonna do this to me. You're gonna get me all excited. No, but I see so many. That's why Martin Luther King, Dr. King, is one of my favorite. He said that, and I said it in my previous lives. That I said that. He said men, we don't get to bury them till they're 60 or 70, but they're already dead. Yeah. Now, the reason why we buried them at that time is because when they're in 20s and 30s, they give up all their hopes, dreams, goals, and they stop believing. If you stop believing, now we're just talking about the physical part. Now we're not talking about the other side of it. The other side of it, your being inside, your spiritual, your heart, that is way more powerful than the flesh outside. Flesh is weak. We're all weak. I mean, I'm not going to get into that whole entire thing, but I could prove it physically, why, spiritually.
If I fly to LA, I get a meeting with my boy.
Let's do it, brother. I'm in LA. Listen, I got a whole entire studio, all video equipment, everything. I mean, this is my little office, but I got a bigger office right behind me. I got a whole entire training room. All equipment, video, everything is ready. You and I could go live. We could video. We could do whatever. Listen, the reason why I'm excited about these things, and I stopped going to a lot of these different events, giving talks, is because it was limited. When I go to give a talk, it's 20, 30, 50, 100, maybe sometimes a couple of thousand. But I figured if you put it on audio and video, you could literally send it to people. So while they're driving the car for free, it don't cost them any money. They could be listening to the right people and the right material to change their lives, to make more money. And indirectly, if they make more money and they become more successful, they don't have to be billionaires and millions. I'm just talking about if they make double of what they're making right now, their whole entire community is going to change. And that's what I see. Changing one community, a small community of 500 families. If they change their lives, they get into the right mindset, they start believing, they create a mastermind, they start working together, put all the jealousy and all the negative shit behind, guess what? If that community changes, everything else is going to change. Now, it might take a couple of decades. It might take 5, 10, 15, 20 years where it spreads all over the place. But guess what? I see that day that it starts. That's just a nucleus. That's just a catalyst for the whole thing to explode. And then I see a day where there will be no negativity, no jealousy. Yeah. Everybody's living from the abundance part. Yes. But we don't have that yet. So we got to work our butts off. That's why I get punches every day. Listen. That's why I get all these things every day, because we're moving towards that.
Listen, I'm over 100 million views, and this is the secret that God gave me. This is the gift God gave me. I never wrote a speech in my life. You talking about content? You talking about motivation? You talking about riding cars? You talking to the GOAT of that right now. Right now. Hey, look, listen. King, I'm going to tell you this. As a young man, a young king to an older king, like he say, think and grow rich. Mark my words. William King Hollis will go down top 5 motivational speakers of all time. You know why?
Amen to that, brother. I want to be part of that. You know why? I want to be part of that growth. I want to be part of that growth.
You know why? You know why? Let me tell you why. For many years, they spoke to the ears. I'm going to speak to the soul. You hear me?
I hear you.
I'm going to make you feel. I'm going to make you feel what I feel when I talk to you. And if you can't put that into a human being, if they can't feel that sincerity, you hear me? That sincerity. You know, I talk about it all the time. People say they were homeless, but why were you homeless? Were you homeless by choice, or were you homeless by weakness? See, it's a difference. You know, they talk about, hey, I was angry at my mom. I was angry at my parents, so I had to leave. Some of us ain't had no choice but to be homeless. We ain't had no mama to call. We ain't had no daddy to call. We just had to get it how we live, for real. So when I hear all these speakers talking about this and talking about that, this is what I see. A man is not a man by his age. A man is a man by his experiences. Anybody can say he through hell, but who can show the burn?
Well, William, you and You and I are gonna do this video a couple of more times, brother. You and I are gonna do this thing a couple of more times. We got a couple of topics that I want to share.
Hey,
But listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate you putting this time. I know you and I are going to be doing a much more longer video, couple of different versions, and I want to hear all about it. We just got connected. So I'm going to send you my number. You'll have it. You DM and we'll go there. But I much appreciate you putting this time. I know you're busy, brother.
Thank you, King.
Talk to you later.
Yes, sir, baby.
Take care, King. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.